you understand all that? If not, stick around. You're going to want to know what it says.
Morse code has always been one of those things that I've wanted to learn, but I always push it to the back of my mind because there's always so many other important things to do. And then I always end up reading or seeing about it in something. And I think, man, how cool would it be to learn a secret language that no one knows, or at least most people have forgotten about it or don't know how to use it properly. Or say, for instance, in the event of a nuclear or zombie apocalypse, that learning how to signal in Morse code might be useful for staying alive a bit longer. Or say, hypothetically, if there was some tyrannical government that was limiting the rights and freedoms of its people and making it difficult to communicate and get the truth out, an alternative means of communication might be a smart idea to know. And while this skill doesn't come from any video game per se, it mostly comes from real life and inspiration from shows like Stranger Things or The Spy. I think it's a perfect skill to learn, and that's why the next skill on my list of things to learn is Morse code. Let's get started. Morse code is comprised entirely of two different elements, a dot and a dash. It's a binary code. These dots and dashes create different time signatures, with a dot equaling 1 unit of time and a dash equaling 3 units of time. Through these two time signatures, Samuel Morse, the creator of Morse code, was able to create different time signatures for all 26 letters of the English alphabet and numbers 0 through 9, effectively creating Morse code. Visually, Morse code looks like this. And at its core, Morse code is all about memorization. There's nothing fancy or tricky or special that you need to learn. All you have to do is memorize the sound patterns for each letter and number. There are two common ways that people go about learning Morse code. One is brute memorization, where someone will look at the visual representation for Morse code for a really long time and try to memorize that. I think it's a horrible way to go about it. The second way people try and learn Morse code is through the tree branch guide. The tree branch guide is a visual tree branch system that tries to help you learn where each letter goes corresponding to the number of dots and dashes it has. So the guide looks like this. It goes top from bottom, so you start at the top, and on each side of start you have the dashes on one side and the dots on the other. Now, the tree branch guide works by having the least number of dots and dashes at the top and the most at the bottom. So at the top on the dash side, you have T, where it's 1 dash, and E, where it's 1 dot. And now the letters branch off from side to side. Where on one side of T, you have M with 2 dashes, and N with a dash and a dot. And on one side of E, you have A with a dot and a dash, and I with 2 dots. And then it goes down another level with O being 3 dashes, and G with 2 dashes and a dot. And then you have K with a dot, a dash, and a dot. And then you have D, which is 1 dash, 3 dots. And on the E side, you have W, which is a dot, 2 dashes. Then you have R, which is a dot, a dash, and a dot. Under I, you have U, which is 2 dots and a dash, and S, which is 3 dots. And this tree branch guide goes all the way through all 26 letters. Now, there are some glaring issues with this guide. One, it takes a while to write out. So if you're trying to read anything that's time sensitive, this isn't the way to go about it. So the way I learned Morse code was a 2-part system. The first part was memorizing the dot dash patterns for each letter. And through that, I did mnemonics. The second part was just practicing each letter and learning how each letter sounded. Through that, I used an app. But first, let's go through the mnemonics. For those of you that don't know, mnemonics are a word or phrase that helps you memorize something. In the case of Morse code, the mnemonic phrase helps you match a letter to its sound pattern in actual Morse code. It does this by matching dots and dashes to different enunciations for every syllable in the phrase. And it goes something like this. For instance, A, which is a dot and a dash, the mnemonic is lowercase al, uppercase fa, alpha. Now, as you can see, the dot is equal to the lowercase letters and the dash is equal to the uppercase. And alpha A in Morse code sounds something like this. The next letter, B, is a dot and 3 dashes, and the mnemonic is B, a good boy. B, a good boy. And B in Morse code sounds like this. Sounds pretty close. Then we have C, which is a dot, a dash, a dot, a dash, and a dot. And the mnemonic is co, ka, co, la. Coca-Cola. And C in Morse code sounds like. So the list like this goes on for all 26 letters in the English alphabet. I won't go through all of them in this video, and that is because for every letter, there's about 4 different mnemonics to choose from. I'll have a link in the description where you can find all of these, and you can find ones that work best for you. And that's basically all the memorization you have to learn for Morse code. As long as you know the mnemonics and what they sound like, you know Morse code. The rest is all practice.
So as I stated before, the main way I practiced learning Morse code was through an app, and the app that works the best for me was Morse Mania. It's on the Google Play Store and I believe on the Apple Play Store. And the thing I liked the most about this was just that it was simple and it was easy to get the hang of. The whole concept of the app is that it plays the sound for you and then you guess what letter or number it is. And it goes through like 40 different levels, starting with the easiest being the letters E and T, and goes all the way up to learning all the letters in the alphabet and numbers 0 through 9. The thing I liked the most about it was just that it had really clear sound to it, which was a big problem I had with a few other apps I tried. The sound just wasn't good, so it was really hard to figure out what letters were what. But overall, super good app for learning it in my opinion, and I highly recommend it.
So now you guys know how to learn and memorize Morse code and how to practice it. This would be the point in the video where I demonstrate Morse code for you, all the viewers. And I had something in mind for this. I was going to play a message out in Morse code in real time and then decipher it for you all. But due to recent events, I'm gonna change that up a little. So instead of what I had in mind, I'm going to be teaching you all how to send a message in Morse code with a flashlight. And today's message is G looks like Winnie the Pooh. So here it is. G, X marks the spot, I, looks, light is lit, one of us, kick the can, CCC, like, light is lit, I, kick the can, Winnie, the World War, I, Navy, I, the thrust, 1, 2, 3, 4, poo, poopy smell, one of us, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it. With the help of Morse code mnemonics, I just signaled the message, G looks like Winnie the Pooh. And I hope you all have fun using that one around the house. And if any viewers in Hong Kong or anywhere close to Hong Kong see this, use it responsibly, but please do use it. So there you all have it. That is how you learn and practice Morse code. I hope you find use for it, or at least have fun learning something new in your everyday lives. I know I really enjoy learning it. It's a nice mental exercise for me. So it's a win for me. I'm glad it's on my list of skills. And as always, if you liked the video, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to me that you guys watch this. And as always, have a wonderful rest of your day.